Welcome back to Let's Talk About It. On this week's episode, I will be speaking with John Marshall's staff to see what advice they would give their high school self. What advice would you give your high school self?
Well, I think when I was in high school, I was a little naive, and high school kids can be a little dramatic. So I'm going to tell myself to intelligence ignores. Be smart.
Do you think you would like yourself as a student?
Well, I'm very loud, and sometimes I annoy myself now, even as an adult. So I can only imagine how annoying I probably was when I was in high school, but I was still a lot of fun. As a matter of fact, one of my friends gave me a keychain that said, maybe I have it. I'm immature, unorganized, irresponsible, lazy, and loud, but I'm fun. I think that maybe I shouldn't have procrastinated either. That's one of my faults. So I still have that keychain. I remind myself every day, we are having fun.
Okay, thank you. What advice would you give your high school self?
To work harder, not be lazy. Pretty much what I tell students now.
All right. Do you think you would like yourself as a student?
No, I didn't work hard enough and I was lazy.
If I could talk to my high school self, what I would tell her is to not sweat the small stuff, to take advantage of every opportunity you can to be in clubs, try to work, be in service organizations, put your name out there. Charity work and helping others really does make you feel good. So I think, that's a good thing to think about and try to pursue. But it's basically try to realize, tomorrow's a new day. What you think is horrible today will hopefully not be as bad tomorrow. So just try to keep that kind of attitude.
Do you think you would like yourself as a student?
Probably. I think I would. As a student, I was a real teacher pleaser, sitting in my seat and paying attention. And of course, we didn't have cell phones, so didn't have that problem. But those kind of things, yes, I think as the teacher, I would probably like myself.
All right, thank you. What advice would you give your high school self?
My high school self, I would say get involved.
Do you think you would like yourself as a student?
Probably not. I was really shy as a high school student. I know it's hard to believe. But I didn't ask any questions. So if I was stuck, I was stuck.
All right, thank you.
My high school self, I would go back and tell myself to not make any rash decisions, think everything through. That includes everything from school, college, relationships, and major purchases.
All right, thank you. Do you think you would like yourself as a student?
I think I would.
Yeah. All right, thank you. What advice would you give your high school self?
I think my high school self would have benefited from listening to my parents just a smidge more. My mom and dad tried to do a really good job of teaching me how to handle money, but I didn't take it, and so now I've got some money issues. And mom was usually right when she gets those bad feelings about boys, and if I would listen to her, I would have had a lot less heartache.
Valid. Do you think you would like yourself as a student?
Yeah, when I was in high school, I was like a number one student. Everything was done early, and it was on time, and it was all color-coded. And then when I got to college, I started procrastinating. So high school, yes. College, no. I'd be very upset with me.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
If I had the opportunity to give my high school self advice, I think it would be to recognize that teenagers are masters of disguises and that we all try to look normal. And quite honestly, we all have our own battles to fight. And I really thought I was the only one that had problems and issues. And I realized that everybody does. And I didn't really find that out until I became an adult and started talking to some people in high school and realized all of us had family issues and personal issues. And so I would say maybe love yourself a little more and don't feel like there's something wrong with you, because there's not.
Was really good advice. Do you think you would like yourself as a student?
I would definitely like myself as a student. There were times I didn't like school, but I learned a valuable lesson that I think held me in good stead, which was I'm not always going to be motivated to do my work, but I have to be disciplined enough to do it. So even the things I didn't like, I had to do. And I think that helps because in life, there are lots of things we all have to do that we don't like doing, but we have to. So I learned in high school, just do it.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Let's Talk About It. Check back next Tuesday at 7 for the latest segment.